Hello and welcome back to Alex Goes Sailing. In this episode we're going to be pulling Meraki out of the water using my trailer-on-trailer system, as it's the end of our 3-day adventure with Sam and we've got to pack Meraki up. Now if you missed the last 3 episodes you should go check them out, because me and Sam sailed from Hailing Island up to the top of Isle of Wight and then down the other side of the Isle of Wight and then all the way back again, with a few mishaps involved as well. But for now we're going to jump back in where we were, and me and Sam are going to take Meraki back to the marina and pull her out of the water. Right, we are into wind, motoring, just to get up the top of this channel, and it's getting choppy and it's blowing like 20 knots. Poor little outboard having to chug along. Yeah, but then as soon as we get up there we can whip out the Genoa and get down back to the marina and pack this up. Oh, I'm even getting a bit of spray back here, mental. Just popped the head sail up, managing to get 6 knots down here with no current. Quite calm, not many boats around, so we're going to go down there, then put in the Genoa. When we come up to that big red beacon down the end, go back into headwind and we'll foul that in and then just motor into the marina and then get her back on the trailer and back home. Right, just pulled in the Genoa, a couple of people going out for their evening sails, and we're done for the long weekend. What do you think of it, Sam?
Cracking.
Cracking, short and sweet. Now this marina that we're pulling into is a perfect one to launch Meraki from, as there's a slipway with a pontoon running alongside and you can get at it at all states of tide, which is perfect. The only downside is it can get really busy at weekends, and especially at low tide when there's not much pontoon to land on. This day was a Monday at about 5 o'clock, so that meant it was really quiet. Alright, we just made it back to the marina. Need to set up the fenders a little bit better. That one's too far forward. Now while I went and got Brutus and the trailer from the car park, Sam stayed with Meraki and watched this guy test out his outboard in a very extreme way. Now for my trailer sailor setup, I have a trailer hooked up to the back of Brutus, and that trailer has a 12-volt winch mounted to the top of it that's rated to about 6 tons, and that makes it real easy to lower my modified cradle in and out of the water with Meraki on top. In a previous episode I've gone over the build of this cradle, and I fitted a steering rack to it and loads of guides, so it makes it really easy to locate Meraki onto this trailer. This whole process typically takes about an hour from when we dock until when we get the boat fully strapped down on the trailer, ready to hit the road. about the same.
Yeah.
Now once we got Meraki situated on the trailer, we throw a strap over the front to hold the nose down so that when it goes up the front of the trailer she doesn't lean backwards, and then we throw a strap on each side at the back just to stop her sliding backwards on the actual trailer itself. Now once we have her all strapped down, all we've got to do is hit a button on the winch and she comes up onto the trailer. Then all we have to do is throw one strap on each wheel just to make sure she doesn't roll around as we pull her up into the boatyard. Now once we get up into the yard, we typically offload all of our luggage into the car and then we can start de-rigging. First off, I take the outboard off the back of the boat and throw that into the back of Brutus, and then it's time to de-rig the boat completely. We try and de-rig as much as possible before we get to the marina, like taking the boom and mainsail off and throwing that inside and anything else that doesn't need to be out. And then all we have to do when we come into the marina is take off the head sail and fold that up and throw that in a bag, and then throw any other ropes that are laying about inside, and then all that's left to really do is pack up the mast. Now the raising and lowering of the mast is definitely the hardest part of the entire process because it's quite heavy and we haven't got the perfect system yet, but it is coming soon. To lower the mast, all you've got to do is pull the pin, hook up the pulley system from the main sheet, and then let go of the baby stay, and we can just lower her down onto the little Y frame that we've made up, and then you can slide the mast forward and strap her down and she's good to go. Right, just finished loading Meraki up onto the trailer. Got the mast done, all strapped down, all safe and everything else. And yeah, so we did roughly 22 nautical miles today, and over the whole trip we probably did about 50, including like our tacks and stuff, not like just in the straight line. And got some pretty good speed out of her. I think the max speed was 7.5 knots, and I can't remember what the average was, but it was fast. And yeah, what do you think, Sam?
Good boat. I was gonna say good little boat, but not so little anymore.
Yeah, well, just compared to Masumi, the last boat.
Yeah, very nice. Less tippy, less rolly.
Yeah, it's much less rolly.
And nice with the furlers, great as well.
Yeah, we've got a few bits to do on the rigging to make it a bit easier and better and faster, and like changing cleats out and getting clutches and things like that to make her better. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Leave a comment, I'll get back to you. Sam might even leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.